Welcome, young mage. I'm Rhino, and today we are going to be previewing some of maybe the best of the cards of Guilds of Ravnica, and I am so excited to jump in. But before we jump in, I want to thank my patrons for helping out this channel. They have helped out so much, and you also can become a patron for as low as $1. That would help so much, even more than you can imagine. And most of our patrons are $5 and $10. So so we're done with the patron part. So thank you, patrons. And also, we got a Kickstarter running. Only how many more days?
I think it's 18 more days.
So maybe 18 more days. Yeah, 18 more days. We are $536.
That's 11% back.
Yeah. So if you want to have more competition, then please back this project so that way you can have more competition and you can teach your daughters, your sons, your whatever, friends, family, whatever. It's just or even enemies. So if you want to have more competition, please back it. And that would help so much. And this is for the basics and the vamps. So
Okay, you haven't really explained what it is. You're so excited about this. It's a site that we'll have a bunch of videos on. It'll be like a college course to learn how to play Magic, and so it'll be one place where they can go and they can learn everything that they need to know, and
like tapping lands, stack,
yeah. So we want to get a bunch of the basics out, but then we want to be able to do some advanced stuff too, like how to build decks and how to use a sideboard and stuff like that. Things that it's really hard for new players. So that's what the Kickstarter is for, is to build that. No one else has anything like it. Yeah, you can find a lot of this stuff online, but there's nothing that's all in one spot. So that's what we're shooting for.
Okay. And I think that's pretty much it. I got nothing. Do you have anything?
Okay. So let's go on over to the new cards.
So the first card is...
Okay, let's find... Okay, we did that.
It is Deafening Clarion. So it is a 1-drop. One generic and Boros. Sorcery speed. Choose one or both. Defending Clarion deals 3 damage into each creature. Creatures you control gain lifelink until end of turn. Okay, so if you wanted to, you could deal 3 damage to each creature, and then you do creatures you control gain lifelink until end of turn. So you can't do lifelink first. You gotta do the 3 damage first. So,
right.
So if your opponent has like little bitty guys, then and you got big stuff and maybe some little creatures, then you can do the 3 damage and then
the lifelink.
And then the lifelink.
So a lot of cases, I think that this is going to be an either or that people will use, because it's a sorcery speed. It's not an instant, so you can't use it as a combat trick.
Yeah. but you could do something like second main. You could. There's like you got a 4/4 and
Well,
they block with it.
what you're trying to say is on the second main, if they have a creature that's taken damage and it still has 3 to go, you can still take it out.
Yes, with defending Clarion.
Yeah.
Or defending.
Deafening.
Deafening.
Yes, deafening.
That is
It's a horn. It's a horn.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Like trumpet blast.
So this is a rare.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can see it being used in
Standard.
standard.
Maybe in pre-release, maybe.
Yeah, it's going to be used in the pre-release. It's a pretty reasonable limited card. It'll be used in Commander.
Yeah.
Get rid of all those little tokens and stuff like that. But you know, it's I don't see it being used in Modern. I don't know.
Yeah, and there's definitely something better in Modern.
Yeah.
And something like Languish or something.
Yeah, well, not in the Boros colors.
Yeah, true.
Okay,
so that card is done. 19 more to go.
Well, there's a total of 24 cards.
Okay. Goblin Crater Maker. It is a 2-drop, 2/2, and you can do 1 sacrifice Goblin and Crater Maker. Choose 1. Goblin and Crater Maker deals 2 damage to target creature. So it's a shot to a creature. And destroy target colorless non-land permanent. Okay. This card is pretty good in Standard.
Yeah.
But in pre-release,
where I see this being played is definitely Commander. And I think it's going to be pretty useful in Modern as well.
Yeah.
Because, you know, destroy target colorless non-land permanent. Okay.
Okay, so you can get rid of Karn?
Yeah, so that's where it's going to be the biggest use in Standard. You can get rid of Karn, because Karn is in the format. It's in Standard.
Yeah.
And
you can do this anytime.
Yeah.
So that's really good.
So this in Commander gets rid of soul rings and things like that. Yeah, you're losing your creature, you're sacrificing your creature to it,
but so darn worth it.
Yeah, this won't destroy lands.
No.
But that's not necessarily a bad thing or a horrible thing. For an uncommon, this is pretty darn good.
Yeah.
Yep.
In Standard, but not in fruits.
Yeah. It kind of depends on what other colorless things show up in Guilds of Ravnica. We haven't seen a lot in the way of artifacts.
Yeah. There might not be any artifacts.
I doubt that. Okay. Ionize.
So it is a 1, and is it instant speed? You counter target spell, it deals 2 damage to that spell's controller. Yeah. It is a counter spell, but the red for a shock.
Yeah. Now this is counter target spell. So a counter spell is normally 2 blue and a white, right?
Counter spell is 2 blue.
2 blue. I think that's the old counter spell. The new counter spells are like 2 blue and a white. That's what most of them are. So this is kind of, this is almost kind of better.
Because it has a shock inside of it.
Yeah.
But only to the controller. But yeah, that is pretty good in both pre-release and Standard. So you do want to look out for these, and if you're running Is It, then you probably want to put it in.
Yeah. I can see it being used in Commander. It's a pretty decent Commander card.
Yeah. And you can just counter anything.
Yeah. Any target spell.
Yeah. Shock.
I don't know about Modern though. I don't know of very many Is It sort of level Modern decks right offhand. We don't do a lot of Modern, so...
Yeah, so we have no idea what's in Modern.
Well, we know some of the big things in Modern, so... Alright, so let's go to the next one.
Runaway Steamkin. Okay, this is a 2-drop. 1/1. Whenever you cast a red spell, if Runaway Steamkin has fewer than 3 counters on it, put a 1/1 counter on Runaway Steamkin. Remove 3 +1/+1 counters from Runaway Steamkin, add 3 mana. And you can do this anytime. That's the good thing about Runaway Steamkin. So you can swing with it, and then second main, or if they have some shenanigans like murder or anything, then you can go in response, I remove 3, and then wait, does that carry over to the second main phase?
Well, you can attack with it. Well, you probably want the damage to resolve first.
Yeah, but if they're
But if there's something where they take it out, then yeah, you can end up removing those counters and then maybe use that extra 3 mana to cast, a 3, like a lightning strike or something like that.
Okay. So.
Okay, so.
Yeah, that is pretty good.
Pre-release.
Pre-release.
Is it up or down or in between? Think about how many red spells. A lot of people will look at that and say, red spell, oh, that's an instant or a sorcery. No, that includes creatures.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, that's right.
Yeah, that's right. So, yeah.
So, yeah, that would be pretty good.
Yeah. Now, that also includes creatures or other spells that have red in them. So, Boros spells are red spells as well. They're red and white spells.
Oh, what about the funky...
Or Steam Vent.
No, not that.
Is It spells? What?
What about the blue and the red, but they're in one?
Yeah. So if you do like, what was the last one that we were just talking about? Actually, either of the last two that we were talking about, the Deafening Clarion or the Ionize. Yeah, those are both, they have red in them. It takes red to cast them, so they are considered red spells.
Yeah.
Now, if it has, takes more than 1 red to cast it, it's still a single red spell. Some people I know will get that screwed up. They'll say, oh, hey, it requires 1 and 2 red, so that's 2 red spells. And it's like, no, it's still 1 red spell.
Yeah.
But this can actually work pretty good, especially if you are favoring red a lot in a pre-release.
If you do mono red,
yeah,
you won't.
Well, but in limited, you could end up drafting mono red in limited. So this would be really good.
Yeah.
And so it does get bigger whenever you cast spells. And if you're casting little bitty 1-drop things, that gets up to 3 real quick.
Yeah.
It gets those +1/+1 counters. And then if you have to use that extra mana to cast something bigger, then you got it.
Yeah, you got it. That's like a sort of like an Andor kind of.
So think about Niv Mizzet requiring 3 red.
Yo,
yeah, okay.
Then you can just do it for 3 blue. So you already got the red. Now you just need to do the blue. Yeah, that makes sense.
Okay. Okay. All right. I'm seeing some chat in Twitch. SPG Master Plan said, "Oh, hadn't even seen this spoiler yet. I'm guessing you wouldn't be using his mana ability very often. He's basically just a 2 mana card that becomes a 4/4, which is still solid. Actually, he can become bigger than a 4/4 because each time you cast, you still get 1/1 counters.
Wait, whenever you cast a red spell, if Runaway.
Oh, yeah, fewer than 3. Yeah, that's right, 4/4. So.
So by itself, it can get up to a 4/4.
4/4. But there are other things that can mentor him up.
Oh yeah.
Greater than that.
Yep.
Yep. So yeah, I think that there's a few more shenanigans that can happen with this card that we haven't seen yet. I think this is going to be. I mean, it may not be Chain Whirler level, but yeah,
it's pretty good.
Yeah. Gregory's on.
I got a question about this card.
Okay.
It says whenever you cast a red spell. So doesn't that count as itself?
No, because it has to be on the battlefield first in order for the Oracle text to kick in.
It's kind of like an enchantment. Kind of.
Yeah, I mean, it's got an effect that a trigger that happens.
Well, that's all I got for it.
Okay. So, yeah, this one I think is going to be pretty good. I can see it being used in Commander.
Oh, yeah. It's like, I play that, I play that, I play that.
Especially in a mono red deck that I might be making, yeah.
Oh, great.
Yeah. He doesn't like my mono red deck that I'm building.
Not at all.
Okay.
Guild Summit. Okay. A 3 enchantment. And when Guild Summit enters the battlefield, you may tap any number of untapped gates you control. Draw a card for each gate tapped this way. Whenever a gate enters the battlefield under your control, draw a card.
Okay.
That is a draw engine. And so you just go boom, draw a card, boom, draw a card. And once you run out of gates, it's like, man.
Yeah.
Lands.
Now,
what about gates?
Now, if you have something that can untap the gates,
that would be interesting.
And then you can retap them. There might be some sort of shenanigans that you can do with that, where you tap gates after this. When it enters the battlefield, you can tap any number of untapped gates you control, and then have something that untaps them, and you retap them again. Because they still are lands.
Yeah.
So you can get a lot of card draw off of this.
Yeah.
And there are a couple of gates that are actually pretty decent. We'll get into that in a moment. Not the basic gates.
No, not the basic.
Okay. District Guide. Another gate card.
Okay. When it enters battlefield, you may search your library for a basic land or a gate card. Reveal it, put it into your hand, then shuffle your library. So it is kind of like an over-rejuvenator, but you search your library for a basic land or a gate.
Okay.
That's interesting.
Okay.
You can ramp up. Well, it's not really ramping. And you put into your hand. So,
but if you haven't played your land for that turn.
Oh, yeah.
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 Okay, somebody did say you couldn't untap them and tap them again to get more cards. It's all one effect that resolves at once. Okay, I suppose it's true. And not this card, the last one.
Yeah, I know.
Because, yeah, I think that may be true. I'll have to look into it because I've seen people do stuff like that where they'll twiddle things back and forth to get extra triggers. But since it is after it enters the battlefield, I don't know. It may depend on after entering the battlefield.
Yeah.
Because it's not part of the casting cost, so that may screw some things up. I don't know. Okay, so this is kind of like Elvish Rejuvenator, but for
wait, I got a perfect example. It's kind of like Evolving Wilds, but you can get gates.
Okay.
And you put them into your hand.
Yeah. And on top of that, yes, it is an elf. There are lots of elves that are starting to come out.
Yep.
Now, tomorrow, Dana Fisher is going to be, she's got a card that she's spoiling.
Oh.
My guess is it will be an elf.
Oh, really?
Really. Rhino's got a card he's spoiling. And we won't tell you what it is. You'll find out in the morning.
And it is...
It's a card.
Yeah.
And we did a video for it. It's a really fun video.
You're going to laugh your heads off.
Yeah.
So.
Okay.
Okay.
Anything else about this?
It's a 2-2.
It's a 2/2 for 3. Yeah, you're going to use it in the pre-release. It's almost an auto add because I mean it gets you something. Gets you a basic land card or a gate. So it is.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
You probably wouldn't always get a gate.
Yeah. In standard, I can see it being useful. Not as useful as Land War Elves, but I mean, or Elvish Rejuvenator. I think Elvish Rejuvenator is better than this, maybe. Well, no.
It actually, Elvish Rejuvenator is, I think, better.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
Because you get a land.
Yeah.
It doesn't have to be a basic, so that's good.
Yeah. Yeah. Gregory says he met Dana. She is so nice. Yeah.
Yeah.
She is quite nice.
Yeah, I know.
Okay.
Okay.
And let's see. Nothing else for this. Okay. Gilt Gates.
Gilt Gates. So the Gilt Gates are back, and I think all of them are great.
Yeah. Well, they're all basic lands.
No, they're just lands.
Well, yeah, they're basic tap lands. Yeah. Rhino really likes is it
art?
Yeah.
Because wait, let's take a look at the flavor text. Yesterday I didn't recognize my own guild. Today I see why. And for tomorrow I must be prepared. So he didn't know.
Is Rhino's preview card a Rhino? They don't generally do a lot of Rhinos.
It might be. It might be.
Yeah. So.
Because they don't know.
Yeah, I really like the artwork on some of these.
Yeah. Okay, here's the.
Someone says I really like how they have 2 artworks, one for the guild entrance and one for the back exit kind of thing. Yeah, that is pretty funny. Okay.
Okay, so this is another elf. So it is 4-drop, 2/3. Whenever you cast a creature spell, draw a card. That is really good.
Yes, this is going to be one of the higher end cards for elves in standard.
You always want to have this in an elf deck. If not, what sort of person are you?
Yeah. Okay, pre-release, if your colors are green,
put it in.
Put it in. I mean, yeah. A 4-drop 2/3 is not horrible, but that card draw is going to be amazing.
Yeah. Draw a card.
Yeah.
But you can. But the downside is you can thin your deck out. But that's not really a bad thing.
Yeah. Yeah. Gregory says it's a glimpse of nature. Okay.
Glimpse of nature?
Yeah, that must be one that it's based off of. Glimpse of nature. So
yeah, that's a pretty good card for a rare.
Yeah. If you've got a creature deck in Commander, yeah.
Yep. Yeah. Always. Just always put that in there.
No elves in Modern. I think Dana would have exception to that. She plays elves.
Yes.
But I don't know that this is fast enough for elves in Modern.
Yeah, true. Because elves are fast, and this is a little slow.
Yeah.
So this is an other card for a deck.
You might do this as a sideboard card for an elf deck in Modern.
Maybe.
Or one of, I don't know. Okay.
Okay, so this is Chemistry's Insight.
Chemisters.
Chemisters
Insight, not chemistries. Yeah, I wish it was a 2/4 as well. That would be a lot better.
Oh yeah. It is 4-drop. Instant speed. Draw 2 cards. Really good.
And it has Jumpstart.
Yeah, and it has Jumpstart, so you can discard a card and then do it again.
Yep. So yeah, I mean.
Yeah, that's just.
It's priced. Yeah, converted mana cost is fine. It's priced right for drawing 2 cards and the Jumpstart ability. Yeah, it's going to be played in standard. It's going to be played in the pre-release.
Yeah.
It's going to be used a lot in limited. You'll see it in draft. Some people might do a first pick on this, all depending on what's in the card pool in the pack. There's nothing wrong with it.
Yeah.
It's not a great Modern card, but
that's a great card.
Yeah.
So that's all I have for that card.
Yeah.
And also it's a really good uncommon.
Yeah.
Okay, next one is No High Ferox. Okay, it is a 4-drop 6/6 beast with hexproof. Okay, not bad, not bad.
What do you mean not bad? It's a 6/6 for 4 with hexproof. That's amazing. But there's a downside.
Yeah, there's always a downside. You can't cast non-creature spells. That sucks.
Yeah.
That sucks so much.
But you have a way around it.
Yeah. No High, you can do 2 No High Ferox. Deal loses all abilities until end of turn. Any player may activate this ability. Okay.
So that's where the extra 2 comes in to cast your non-creature spells. So that it's a 6/6 for 6. If you look at the converted mana cost of 4, and then adding that 2, so that would be a total of 6.
Oh yeah. And so you probably want to do this whenever you have enough mana, and you will have enough mana. If a spell or ability an opponent controls causes you to discard No High Ferox, put it onto the battlefield instead of putting it into your graveyard. That is so good.
Yeah,
so good.
So when I saw that, I immediately thought about Commander because there's like Rhino's deck in Commander. Yeah,
Discard.
almost on turn 2, he's like, okay, everyone has to discard a card. Okay, I discard Nullhigh Ferox. Oh, wait a second, no, I'm putting it onto the battlefield. So.
And also Torment of Scarabs.
Yeah.
That causes you, if you can lose 3 life, discard a card, or sacrifice a non-land permanent.
Yeah. So this can do some pretty funky things, I think. But having that 2 to turn off its hexproof. Basically you're tapping 2 to turn off hexproof. But as soon as somebody does that, then you have the ability to go, oh, wait a second, I can do counter spells now, or yeah. I can do a rabid bite or something to that effect.
Yeah.
Before you take it out. So it's
basically unstoppable.
Well, no, it's not unstoppable. I mean, it's easy to take out.
I mean, once you do 2, then wait, any player may activate this ability. That is the worst part about it.
Yeah.
Any player may activate this ability.
So basically they have to pay 2 in order to turn off the hexproof. That's basically what it is. But when they do, it also turns off the fact that you can't cast non-creature spells.
Yeah.
So you can do your counter spells or a rabid bite or something to still use this before they take it out. So if they wanted to cast murder on it, they would have to pay an extra 2 first to turn off the ability so they can target it.
So that's 5.
Yeah.
And that card is just so...
Yeah, it's so interesting.
Yeah, it's like, okay, I want to kill your creature, but it has hexproof. Okay, I'm going to pay 2, and then
I can take it out.
No, and then counterspell.
Yeah. So
that card is just so...
Yeah. Gregory says this is so good against 8-rack. Yeah, it certainly is.
Is it 8-rack?
8-rack.
Oh.
Yeah, I'll show it to you later.
Okay. Okay, so yeah, that's a good.
Yeah,
or
and the pre-release, yeah, it's going to be fine.
Yeah,
people are going to love it. It's going to be a bomb.
Yeah, and people are going to hate it.
In limited, I got to see what the other cards are in Guilds of Ravnica before I say, yeah, this is going to be great. Yeah, and standard, I'm sure there's some way that we can fiddle around with this. I mean, if you do an all creature deck, and you only have a few non-creature spells, then this isn't going to be that big of a deal for you.
Yeah, but if this is going to be like in like a 3-color deck, which is, what are those colors? They are...
What?
Tamir. Yeah, Tamir. And then that wouldn't be a good card because you can't cast non-creature spells.
Yeah.
That's just
unless you turn the abilities off.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
Yeah. And the downside is it doesn't have trample, but
yeah.
But it has extra.
But there's other things that will do that. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Artful Takedown. So it is 2 end of mirror. Instant and choose one or both. Tap target creature. Good. Target creature gets -2, -4 until end of turn. It is a removal spell.
Yeah,
you can tap a creature.
So the thing that I see this happening with Dimir is, okay, you use it to tap a chump blocker, and then you also use it to -4 something that is a bigger creature.
Yeah, so that way it just...
So yeah, that I mean, it looks pretty reasonable.
Yeah.
I mean, it's kind of like Languish is no, not Languish. It's just a single target.
Yeah, single target. But you can choose one or both.
Right.
You can tap a creature and then you can do -2, -4.
Yeah. So the -4 is the big part there, which it determines if it's going to go bye-bye or not.
Yeah.
But then again, it's one of those things that, you know, after a bigger creature takes damage, if it it only has 4 left to go, then you can take it out. How long has Rhino been playing Magic the Gathering?
Oh man.
He
5 years?
Yeah, about 5 years. He started when he was 7. The first 2 years were very rocky.
And I was like, what?
Yeah.
What? Oh.
He's been doing his YouTube channel for 3 years now.
So I started when I was 10.
9.
9?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Let's see. Gauntlet X says, I really like Artful Takedown for Dimir control decks. In limited, stops 2 attackers by tapping 1 and killing a smaller one. Seems great. Yeah. So yeah, you
can do it instant speed too.
Yeah, it's an instant speed sort of thing. So.
Oh,
yeah.
and also, did you notice that there's a person there?
Yeah.
It looked like that was a staff for one moment, but no.
Yeah. So yeah, it's going to be great in limited. It's going to be fine in the pre-release. Anybody that's running a control deck of some sort, blue-black control, or a deck that has control with blue and black in it, they're going to have it in standard. Not powerful enough for modern, but we're not expecting too much to be great for modern.
Yeah.
There's some great ones. We admit to that.
Okay.
Okay. I think that's pretty much it for Artful Takedown.
Yeah. So now next is Gateway Plaza. Okay, so Gateway Plaza enters the battlefield tapped, and it's a gate.
Yeah.
What? Okay. When it enters the battlefield, sacrifice it unless you pay 1. And you can do 1. No. Tap it. Add 1 mana of any color. It's a Rupture Spire.
Yeah.
Enters the battlefield tapped.
It's a Rupture Spire. That's a gate.
Yeah.
So this isn't a horrible card. It's really nice, great for mana fixing.
Yeah.
You're definitely going to want it for the pre-release. It is not a turn 1 like you don't put out Gateway Plaza on turn 1.
Yeah.
All right. Gregory says gotta go. Thanks for showing up.
Bye.
Okay. But I mean, it's going to be. I mean, it's common. It's a common card. So I would expect that most pre-release packs will have at least 1. So I'm thinking, yeah, it's an automatic add if you've got it, because it'll help fix your mana. Because no matter what, you're doing at least 2 colors at the pre-release, because you are not going to be able to do a monocolored anything at the pre-release. Not with this set. Limited, same thing. It may not be a first turn pull, but you know, if you've got it on your 3rd or 4th pass of the packs, then yeah, you'll probably grab it just so that you can have that mana fixing. I mean, it's not incredibly fast, but it's no slower than like an Evolving Wilds. So.
Yep. So it takes 2 turns to activate it.
Yep. All right, so Reign of Notions.
Yeah, this is in Spanish, so we're
I
gonna
don't
be.
think it's in Spanish.
That was Spanish? No. Well, anyways, it's in a strange language.
It's in a strange language that Rhino does not understand. So he's going to read it.
Surveil 2, and then draw 2 cards. Reign of Notions and deals 2 damage to you.
Okay.
I did it!
Yay! Okay, so this is kind of like Serum Visions, right?
Yeah.
So it's Serum Visions with putting 2 cards possibly into your graveyard.
Yeah.
So, but then it deals 2 damage to you, which is not necessarily a bad thing. It's common.
Yeah, it's a great common.
Yeah.
And you can draw 2 cards. So, wait, it's kind of like Read the Bones.
Okay.
Yeah, Read the Bones, Surveil 2. No, that's not in Read the Bones. But you draw 2 cards and it deals 2 damage to you.
Yeah, I mean, anything that does card draw is going to be great.
Yeah, but if you're at 2, then.
Yeah, in the pre-release, it's
going to be great.
It's going to be great. Limited, I can see people doing it because you always want to have some sort of card draw, especially in these colors. Let's see, standard. I might opt for opt instead.
Probably. So, but you can also put that in there and then just put that in there. I mean, it's a different name.
Yeah. I can see it being used in Commander. I mean, there are plenty of graveyard-based decks that want cards in the graveyard, so...
Yeah.
And taking 2 damage when you're starting out with 40 life, not a big deal.
Yeah. So, yeah, that's good.
Okay. So...
so let's see. Night Veil Fairy. Okay. That's flying. When Night Veil Fairy attacks, Surveil 1. Flying.
Okay.
That's really good.
So it's a 2-drop, 1/2 with flying. Pre-release, we've always said flying creatures win games. So if you're doing anything with blue, you'll want to add this just for the flying. But even having the Surveil.
The Surveil is great.
Yeah. And that's Surveil in many ways, especially in blue, is going to be better than any sort of scry that you would do because you'll want to have the cards in the graveyard, I think.
Yeah.
It's uncommon. It's reasonable. I mean, it's
It's not like you must have it.
But I think.
But yeah, it's good.
I think it's good.
Yeah.
Pretty reasonable.
Yeah. Whispering. It's fine. Let's go whisper. Okay. When you surveil for the first time in a turn, Whispering Spy deals 1 damage into each opponent and you gain 1 life. And it's a 1/3.
Yeah.
And it's a vampire rogue.
Yeah. So there's a lot of rogues. There's wizards. There's elves. There's soldiers.
There's mainly soldiers.
Yeah. There's a lot of soldiers that we've seen so far. DMC5 says, "Hey."
Hello.
Yeah. So this is.
Yeah, it's good. I mean, it's a 2-drop 1/3, and it's a banger.
Yeah. I mean, as a 2-drop 1/3, that's not a horrible thing. And whenever you do the surveil, if you've got a surveil deck, in standard, yeah, I mean you're pinging your opponent. If you have a surveil deck in commander, now you do a lot of pinging.
Yes, you do.
But I don't think there's going to be enough surveil cards for you to create a commander deck that's focused on surveil.
Yeah, probably not. But for standard, this is going to be something.
Yeah.
And it's just going to
Yeah.
explode.
So, one of the things that we're going to definitely do once the sets are out, I give Rhino a challenge. I give him several challenges. He's going to have at least 5. He's going to have a Convoke challenge, a Mentor challenge, a Surveil challenge, an Undergrowth challenge, and what's the other one?
Surveil, Convoke.
So,
It was Surveil, Convoke, Mentor.
Undergrowth.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Undergrowth.
No, I said Undergrowth.
Oh, you said Undergrowth?
Yeah. But
yeah, there are some.
So what we will do is we'll say, okay, I want you to make a deck that is focused on using Surveil to its highest ability. And so this is definitely going to be one of those cards that will show up in there.
Yeah, definitely.
Mentor is going to be your first one because it's going to be the easiest one for you.
Yeah.
But yeah, what's the Golgari's Undergrowth? Right.
Golgari's Undergrowth. So okay, but anyways, what's next?
Okay, the last one, as far as we know,
is Secrets of the Mausoleum. So, search your library for a black card with converted mana cost equal to or less than the number of creature cards in your graveyard. Reveal it, put it into your hand, then shuffle your library. And it is a 2-drop instant.
Yeah.
That is really good.
Yeah, so this is a tutor that, late in the game you can tutor up something big. Early in the game you can tutor up something small. I'm not seeing a downside really. Are you?
No, I'm not. It has Undergrowth?
Yeah. Yeah, it's a tutor for a black card, but hey, you're going to be playing black if you've got this in here.
Yeah.
All right. Still not a downside.
Yeah. No. Well, I got a downside. It has no flavor text.
Yeah. Well.
Okay. Well, that's all I have for that card.
Well, okay. Standard.
Yeah,
standard. It's going to be in there.
Yeah.
Pre-release, yes. Limited, yes.
There's yes, all around.
Yeah. The fact that it's instant speed is just amazing because you can cast it and it's like, oh hey, yeah, all right, now
I'll go and get me something big.
Yeah, and I mean you can get any black card, so that's any card with black on it.
With black on it?
Yes.
Oh.
So that would include the Golgari. It will include Rakdos when it comes out. It will include Orzhov. It will include Dimir. So.
Yeah. So. Oh, and also, you'll probably be playing Surveil, but what if you don't have enough creatures dying?
Yeah. Now.
That's a downside.
Gauntlet says instant speed makes this tutor sweet. You could tutor up a removal spell during your opponent's turn and cast it if they play something scary. Yeah, so you could tutor up a murder.
Murder.
You just have to have 3
creatures.
Yeah, 3 creatures in your graveyard. So in order for this to be really effective, you'll probably want to have some really low cost creatures.
Okay. So, yeah, I can't think of anything else.
Can't think of anything else?
Yeah, it's a great card.
Okay. All right,
Okay,
let's reload, see if we've got anything new popping up. No, that looks like it's all the cards.
Okay. Well.
So we've got a bunch of new Gilt Gates coming through. We've got out of this set. Okay, starting from Deafening Kilarion and going up. What are the most amazing cards?
Okay.
Goblin Crater Maker, I think, is one of the more amazing cards because you can take out Karn.
Yeah, you can take out Karn with just 1 mana.
Yeah, Runaway Steamkin, I think is going to be pretty good.
Yeah,
I don't know that it's amazing, but yeah, it's going to be pretty good. Beast Whisperer.
I'm not all in for that. I mean, yeah, the card draw is great, but it's a 4-drop.
Yeah, it's a 4-drop, 2/3 with card draw. If it was a 2/4, that would be amazing.
Yeah,
it will die to
Bolt.
yeah,
Lightning.
Yeah, Wizard's Lightning. But still, yeah,
It's a great card.
Yeah, it's a great card.
It's a 2-drop, 2/3. Oh, I think I might know.
What?
It is, where is it? No High Frogs. I really like that card.
Okay, you like it, but you still don't know why.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, if this card is just so.
It seems so amazing, but then it seems like it's horrible. Then it looks like it's amazing. You know, it's might.
A 4-drop 6/6 hex proof, and you can't cast non-creature spells.
Yeah, but in a heavy creature deck, you don't care about that.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So that's it.
Yeah.
For today, September the 11th. Don't forget, tomorrow morning, Rhino is going to be releasing his preview card, which means tomorrow night we will still do a video of preview cards. Just so everyone knows, we are in the path of the hurricane, but we are 250 miles inland, so we're expecting some rain and wind, and that's about it.
Yeah.
We will continue to do these hangouts about the new cards each day that they come out, and except for maybe Friday night, if we're going to be going to Friday Night Magic.
Hopefully we will.
Yeah.
Because I really want to play my commander deck.
Yeah, because this Friday will be a commander game. They've kind of slowed down on the standard since so much standard is rotating out. So it's commander.
Commander.
Alrighty.
Okay,
so let's talk about the Kickstarter real quick.
Yeah, the Kickstarter.
Link in the description.
Yeah, link in the description below. And please check it out. It'll be amazing once we get there. And if you and it teaches the new and young players, and it is the basics of tapping land, of triggers, of attacking, of main phases, all of that.
How to build decks.
How to build decks.
All the basic things. You know, the pros have got these great things out. Once you're a good player, how to become a better player.
Yeah.
We want to do something that will get more and more players into the game.
Yeah.
One place that you can go to say, here, you want to learn how to play Magic? Here's a bunch of little bitty 2 to 5 minute long videos They'll have little quizzes on them, you know, that sort of thing. And
just like in college.
Yeah. So that's what we're looking to do for the Kickstarter.
Yeah, please check it out. It would help so much. And that way you have more competition.
Yep.
So.
And your patrons.
Yeah, my patrons. I want to thank my patrons so much. They have helped out so much of the video, of the lights, of the game overlay, and of the Lego tiles.
Yeah, they helped with making things interesting on the channel.
Yeah,
and
that was just not like, oh my.
And pretty soon the channel's going to change a lot because we're selling this house and we're getting an RV, so the patrons are going to have even more control.
Yeah,
more direction of some things that we've got coming up as we travel around. So that's going to be pretty darn cool, I think.
Yeah, it is going to. They're going to be the way that we survive.
Yeah.
So, I have more videos coming out soon. So until then, Rhino out.